Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and I pretty much do cleaning content, some lifestyle, tiny bit of cooking, like grocery haul type content for you. And today I did a weekly clean, tidy up, just some things that I did this week around my home to kind of keep it somewhat in order. It wasn't like super deep cleaning. It was just kind of like maybe some bare minimum. We had some laundry, some lunch packing, a little bit of vacuuming, and just some random tidying up. So I did cleaning on Sunday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, and then today is Saturday. And so I did a little bit today as well. So we're just going to get right into it. Hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully you're enjoying your week so far and enjoying the end of the weekend. All right, guys, so we're starting out strong. I think this was Sunday. This is what my living room is looking like so far. Pretty unorganized, especially the Barbie area. And I was just really tired of this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on cleaning this up. I have tried to be better about telling my daughter to keep things clean, but it is a little bit difficult, and I usually end up picking up things, which I don't mind too much, but she's honestly getting to the age where she really should be picking up her own toys, and so I'm hoping to be a little bit better about that. And we have way too much Barbie stuff that does not even get touched, and so I'm kind of tempted to go through it and just like throw things away and wonder if she'll notice, or like put it in a bag and see if she'll notice. But as for right now, I think I'm just going to kind of leave it. To be honest, I don't really have the energy to go through all of her toys. And we did like declutter some of her stuff. So I'm probably just going to put it back. And maybe it's the system that I have. Like I have a couple bins, as you can see, and it just is not really working out. And to be honest, like this space really isn't big enough for this amount of toys in her huge Barbie house. So you know what, it is what it is. But at the end, I was kind of disappointed that it didn't look as nice as I thought it would. But anyway, if anybody has any tips or any way that they like to organize their kids' toys, that would be super helpful. I'm always open to suggestions or comments or anything you want to add in. And one of the reasons why I am starting with this area is just because I really want to vacuum. I try to vacuum my carpet rooms like at least once a week. I've been falling kind of behind with being busy at work and being busy on the weekends, but that is usually my goal each week because my carpet holds, and I'm guessing it's carpet in general, but I feel like it holds so much dust and dirt and grime, and every time I vacuum, I just pull up so much dust, and it's disgusting to me. I honestly wish I didn't have carpet, but I live in an apartment, so I can't tear it out. But anyway, that was just a little tidbit of a little bit of the cleaning that I did, just picking up all the toys and putting things back kind of where they go. And now, as you can see, I'm vacuuming. It doesn't look like it needs to be vacuumed super bad, but when like this vacuum pulls up so much dust, and I'm always shocked to see and clean it out. And so, like I said, I do this somewhat weekly, and it still pulls up all of that grossness, and I don't want to be breathing that in. I don't want my daughter breathing that in, so I'm trying to be better about vacuuming way more often than I used to. And honestly, it just makes me feel like I'm in my nice, clean home. Even if the rest of the home is not super clean, at least vacuuming helps. And it does help me with like trying to keep the floors clean and clear of clutter, because I know I'm going to have to vacuum it eventually. Hey guys, so it is Thursday. I almost said Tuesday. Don't want to go back to that. And tonight I am focusing on laundry. As you can see, I have this huge pile of laundry, and then I also have a bag of laundry that I took on vacation, but I'm gonna wash that separately. So we're gonna go ahead and get this sorted, hopefully get at least one, maybe 2 loads completed. I also need to water my plants, so I'm hoping to do that tonight. And I was fortunate enough, today was my daughter's first day of kindergarten, and she fell asleep at her dad's house, and she is still so tired and was kind of cranky and whiny. She must have had a long, rough day because she went to sleep relatively early and asked to go to bed pretty early. So I'm taking this opportunity to try to get as much done as I can. I also need to pack our lunches for tomorrow. And then I pretty much did most of the dishes, but I do have to wash a few more things and I probably won't tidy up too much just because honestly, sorting the laundry will probably take a little while, and getting some of it done, but I am hoping to either start the Wednesday season 2 series, but I'm watching, what's it called? Amy is Missing. I'm also watching that one on Netflix, so I'm not sure if I want to finish that one or start the Wednesday series. We'll kind of see, but enough of me going on and on. I hope everybody is having a good evening, week. And if you've gone back to school, hopefully, or if your kids have, hopefully you're doing okay and they're doing okay with that. And we're just going to get right into sorting this laundry. We're going to keep this moving. All right, guys, so I wanted to talk about my 2 most hated tasks that I have to do around the house because I want to see if other people feel the same. I think my least 2 favorite tasks would be probably dishes first and then laundry, just because they are 2 tasks that literally never end and they're always piling up. Like, I don't mind cleaning the bathroom, I don't mind vacuuming, I don't mind like dusting off tables or even like wiping off tables or counters, because I feel like those places can stay clean for at least a little bit. And I guess my laundry is pretty much contained, but like dishes constantly just pile up, even if you like get fast food or like even use like paper products sometimes. I feel like the dishes still continue to pile up, especially if you cook. And I feel like these tasks literally never end. I know they're part of adult life and I'm used to it by now, but it still doesn't make it any easier to want to complete these anymore. So like I said, I turned on a show. I try to do something kind of enjoyable, at least while I sort my laundry. I didn't really pay as much attention as I wanted to what I was watching because I have to look for stains and put things in the right piles. I don't know if anybody else sorts their laundry anymore. I think some people probably just throw it all in together, but I was taught that you should kind of sort it by colors, and then so I do like a light load, a dark load, and then I do a couple loads of like nicer clothes that need to be hung up, like clothes that I wear to work, and I also do a light and dark version of like piles for that. And so then once those are done, instead of putting them right away in the dryer, I usually just hang them up, and then sometimes I will stick them in the dryer after to like get out wrinkles or just to make sure that they're actually dry for the most part. So that's how I do my laundry over here. Wondering if anybody else's is different. And then I also do, I forgot to say, like a white load. If I have enough whites to do, I'll do that. And then also like jeans, because I wear a lot of jeans to work some weeks, so have a pile for that. So like I said, I don't know if anyone else just throws their stuff in or what that looks like for them. But I'm still over here sorting all of this laundry. out from each other. So now that we've got that laundry sorted, I'm just going to go outside and water my plants. I'll be honest, these have not been doing very well. I don't know if I haven't been watering them enough or if it's been too hot. We did have a couple sunflower plants that were my daughter's, and she was kind of in love with them, I guess you could say. They were doing really well. And then all of a sudden we had like a windy storm and they blew over, and she was so disappointed. So I had my dad so graciously came over and helped put one of them back up, and he like tied it almost onto a pole. So I'm hoping that will stay up and bloom. And then I also have like green onions. I have some dill out there, and then I also have like a pepper plant. We tried to do lettuce and that didn't come up, but I'm hoping next year will be a lot better. I'm trying to get a little more skilled at gardening and remember to water it, because I think that's probably my biggest problem is like some days I come home from work and I'm just completely exhausted and I forget. Usually I'm just like, let's pack the lunches, let's get the dishes done, and I want to be done with the day. So like I said, I'm trying to be better about that, but it can be kind of difficult. So we switched loads for the laundry, and now we're going to fold and finish watching. I think this is an episode of Wednesday. I heard people say the first or the second season wasn't as good as the first, and so I'm trying to see for myself, although I wasn't paying as much attention as I would have liked, because I'm obviously more focused on folding well, this is like blankets and towels and stuff. So if anyone has any thoughts on how much they liked the season, let me know down below, or any other good shows that anybody's watching. I kind of struggle a lot with what to watch. I used to have Hulu, but the price went up, and so I was like, you know what, I'm not paying $10.99 a month for this. I did have Disney Plus with it, I guess, but I was paying like $4.99, and so when they took that away, I was like, nope, I'm just gonna stick with Netflix for right now, and then if I get bored with that, I might think about getting my Hulu subscription back. But if anyone has any good Netflix shows, anything that they love to watch, I'm always open for suggestions. I'm also a big reader. I love to read. My goal this year is to read 35 books, and I'm getting somewhat close, but I'm reading currently, it's called Allegedly. It took me so long to get this book from the library, so it must be pretty popular. And I'm about halfway through, and it's pretty good so far. But like I said, it was so hard to get. I think I was like 30 or 40 on like the wait list type, like hold list, and it was kind of crazy insane, and I can't renew it, so I'm hoping to get it done pretty quickly. So now I've moved on, obviously, to packing my daughter's lunch and my lunch. I had to throw away a cucumber because it was bad, so I'm cutting these up to put in her lunch. I like to do a fruit, a veggie, usually some kind of candy because she loves that kind of stuff. And then also like some chips or like a snack type food, but I'm always struggling with lunch ideas. My child doesn't eat sandwiches. She's not really a bread person. They can't heat anything up. They can't put anything in the fridge. And so it just makes it really hard, as I'm sure other people know. So I typically do like lunch meat, pepperoni, which I know is not great for her, but I really just want her to eat lunch, to be honest. Just eat something at this point. All right, guys, so I'm going to end this night with some milk and some Oreos. And then once my load of jeans is done in the washer, I'll switch it over to the dryer, and then I'll head upstairs and read my book and go to bed because I am exhausted. So, yeah, that's what my Thursday night is looking like. All right, guys, so this is Saturday night. I am just doing some vacuuming here in my bedroom. I did a little bit in the hallway as well, but I didn't show that. I would like to get my daughter's room, but I'm thinking about how I want to clean that first, so I might do that tomorrow, and it probably won't make it into this video, but I am not sure yet. So just finishing this up. I didn't vacuum the stairs either, which I probably should do at some point, but those are just such a pain in the butt. So, like I said, I'll do them at some point. Alright guys, so now I have moved on to the humongous pile of laundry that I had waiting for me downstairs. So this is about 3 loads, and the dark and light loads I had were pretty large. The jeans, not so much, but those every week are usually pretty large. It's like my main big huge piles, besides like the nicer clothes that I wash on delicate. So I forgot to mention today is Sunday when I am filming this portion of the video. I was able to get a lot done this week. I felt it was pretty productive. There were a couple days that I didn't do a whole lot, like I just did dishes, packed lunches, and then went to bed, because that's pretty much like the bare minimum I have to do, are those couple things. I pretty much do those every night. I guess not pretty much every night, at least for weeknights. Obviously don't pack lunches on the weekend, thank goodness. So I am putting my laundry in one basket and then my daughter's in the other. And this is all the darks once it's all folded. So that basket is so full that I had to put some of my stuff just on the couch and make a couple trips upstairs to put it all away. But this is what it looks like when we're all finished. And then I just wanted to show you guys, I vacuumed pretty much my whole house. I did do the stairs, I did my daughter's bedroom, and this is all the dust that was in my vacuum. It is so much, it's so disgusting. I mean, and this is like every single week, so I think it's super important to vacuum. I don't know if it's just the kind of vacuum I have, but... And then I made some chicken wings for dinner. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!